Hey YouTube, I'm just here with my 8x16 trailer. I just wanted to give you guys a look around and let you know what I've done to it, my camper cargo conversion. So let's get started. So the first thing I kind of did was I added these steps. They didn't have any steps on there, and kind of beefed them up. They were pretty flimsy and doubled up the plates on there, and they're super strong. Don't have to worry about that. Got 120 power out here. Got a GFI on there, so protected. Also, one of the big things I did on this was it just had 3,500 pound axles, and it was pretty low to the ground, so I added some 6,000 pound axles. A little bit bigger tire, gave me the clearance I wanted, so I didn't have to worry about ripping anything off. Something else on the side, I added 5,000 pound stabilizing jacks. Super strong. Up front here, I've got two 30-pound propane bottles under there. Probably a little excessive, but did it anyway. Got a battery box that I just made. Got a rivet gun from Harbor Freight. Some aluminum from one of the local metal places around here, and it was pretty easy to put together. So I also added the electric tongue jack, 3,500 pound. You don't have to crank nothing up anymore. So you guys see, we can go around the back here. Unfortunately, I didn't get a trailer that I had a ramp on it. I just had the barn doors, which it is what it is. I decided to put a couple windows in there. I've got LEDs front and back, or the back and the side. You'll see, you can't really see them. It's a little light for that, but let's see, on this side, another window. I had no windows when I got it. Just cut the windows in, welded up some steel framing to box them in. And I've got obviously the refrigerator vent up here, you know, the access panel for the fridge, water heater. Got my city hookup for my water, and then my tank fill, furnace, 30 amp plug, also cable hookup just in case you had KOA and you need something to watch. Let's go inside, check it out. Just gonna start here in the back, we'll work our way forward. One of the first things I did was put in the sheet vinyl, just glued it down. I was worried about it with the toy hauler, you know, being a toy hauler and the bike's riding on it, but it holds up pretty good, plus it's a little bit more comfy than anything else that I could find. But one of the things I decided to do, I got an idea from my friend, is I trimmed out this opening here, just between the rails and the framing, gave myself a compartment storage, and works for everything you need that you don't want out here and have nowhere to put. Got a couple gas shocks on there, shuts out, and plenty strong to ride the bikes on top of. Let's see, one of the other things I did was, the material on the side here is 3/4 blue stained pine. It's also called beetle kill pine. Came up with a spray dye because I like, obviously if you've seen my last video, I like blue, so this is one of the things I really like about my trailer. All these little easy IKEA hooks that I got just for simple fold out of the way and got a clean look. A fire extinguisher. One of the things that you guys might notice if you look up here is there's a bed up here. It's one of the drop-down system that I made. Couldn't find anything on YouTube or online that I really liked and was, you know, simple enough to use. So I found I did see one toy hauler that had this system in it, and I'm sure there's others out there, and I couldn't find a track or anything, so I decided to make my own. But I'll show you how it works, and it's pretty simple. You just pull down, works on two wheels back here in a track, and in the back here, in the front, sorry, you just simply pull it down. It's super strong. It's all built with steel and wood, and I'll go into deeper detail in another video on how this thing is put together and what other materials I use. But it holds up there really good when I'm driving. I haven't had any problems with it coming down. And oh, while I'm down, I got a fantastic fan I put up. A couple more lights under here. So everything's LED. You just push that up. Come down here and push that up. It's really simple to use. And then next we got in here, got a couple of beds. These both turn into beds and they flip up on the wall. Obviously something that comes in a toy hauler. got a kind of a better deal. That's why one's black, one's brown. So they still work, and they work really good. They're pretty comfortable. All the cabinetry is built from poplar, and then the stain grade is alder. Look in there, it's just nice and clean. I just made frames, and then I lined everything with 1/4" melamine, so I try to keep it as light as possible. So it's in there, plenty of storage for what I need. Got all my first aid stuff in there. Let's see, something else is got a Blu-ray, or not, sorry, Blu-ray, DVD/Bluetooth stereo, and pumps out pretty good with these 2 Rockford Fosgates. It sounds really good. So one of the things that I knew I couldn't find was a Blu-ray RV type stereo, and so what I did is put an HDMI that runs from in here, which also plugs so I can run, you know, a Blu-ray player, and then it comes up into here, and I've got all my connections, RCAs for the DVD player, this for the Blu-ray, and then cable if you wanted it. So while we're here, this has got the drop-down TV. It'll hold up to like a 37-inch TV, I believe. Just haven't gotten one yet. And I'll probably put a strap right here to support the TV, because you never know, going down the road it might bounce out. So, also in here in this cabinet, I've got my micrometer for my battery, my tank sensors, the water pump switch is also in here. And then I decided to do an actual voltmeter so I could see what it was instead of it just being, you know, high, medium, low, or whatever. So USB ports. So let's see. Also got this little flip-up table used for extra counter space, or you throw your drinks in here. Got some nice cup holders. It's plenty of strength just to put your drinks and food or whatnot. In case somebody sits on it, you know, I don't have to worry about somebody ripping it off when they want to, you know, lean or sit on there. So there's that. Okay, so something else over here is I've got some under cabinet lighting, both sides, just in some nice aluminum track with a clear lens on there. And also I've got both sides. I've got 120 and 12 volt, just in case, you know, your kids got their iPods or whatever else. Same thing over here. Also back here, can't really see it, but I've got the thermostat that I ran up a little higher just because I wanted the option to have it up near my bed when I'm sleeping. If it gets too hot, I can just shut her down and don't have to worry about it getting out of bed. And so, got a 13,500 BTU air conditioner. When I finally got it going, I mean, I just never ran it, but when I did, I mean, this thing blows. This blows awesome. It's super cold and super, I mean, it's plenty for this space. Because remember, it's just an 8x16, and tried to cram everything in here the best I could. So, next we've got the fridge unit, the cabinet. I've got an auxiliary fan that I've hooked up in the back, just in case you know, when it gets those hot days, you can turn that on. It runs on a thermostat, so the fridge will just kick that on, pump out that hot air out through the top. Yeah, this nice microwave. I picked this up at Home Depot. Thought it looked good in the style I was going for. So I can't remember the wattage on it. It's a low watt. It doesn't take much to run, so which is good. And then 2.4 cubic foot fridge. Works really good. Super cold. Haven't had any problems with it. And I reskinned this also. This, and underneath the bed, I would use like a stainless steel Formica to line that, give it a nice look. So, also under here I've got my furnace. And actually I didn't have a cover for my furnace, so I just went to Home Depot and found a grill, cold air return, and painted it up, and it worked nice. So for thermos, I got my propane sensor, and behind here this thing actually just pulls right off. And you can access your water pumps down there, my acclimator that's hooked up in there. Back of the water here, my valves, my shutoff valves for everything in the winter. And so I just want to make that accessible, so I can show you that on a different video later. I'll show you guys next the bathroom. Got my paper towel holder that I couldn't find anywhere else to put. It worked out really well on the door. Turn the lights on, I'll let you check it out in there. I used on the walls, I've got this a vinyl stamped wallpaper. It's super durable. It's water resistant. It's washable, and so hopefully they'll hold up really well in here. And all the shower material came from a rebath company, and I just wanted something more than just white, so I love how it turned out. Have a closet rod, brushed aluminum look, and it works great for a curtain rod. And if you look over here, this is actually, back here is my vent pipe for my black tank, and that's the one thing that my trailer's not actually finished, and my tanks are not in yet, but I do have my vent pipe in, and I just took a PVC pipe and notched out the back and then glued my wallpaper to it. Just low pro, I thought it looked good, and hide that black pipe back there so you didn't have to look at it. And right now it's just tacked on, and I'll wait till I get my tanks in, finish that up, but worked out good. Also down here, I've got just an access point to get to my propane connections. All my fridge and furnace and water here all tee off right there, so I wanted to be able to get to it. So another max air fan, something up in there, and then this little medicine cabinet, just magnetic push latch. Still need to build a couple shelves, maybe some toothbrush, brackets or whatnot, but although the tanks aren't in the toilet, it's about where it sits. It's just in there for looks right now, so you guys can kind of picture what it'll be like. So that's it in there. We'll shut this off. Come out here, come around here if you want to look at the kitchen. Same thing, poplar and alder on the frames and the cabinets. Everything was just, I built all the frames, got them fit, and then cut all my millimeter pieces to fit in there. Just tons of storage. I mean, my plumbing, my water lines are done. Obviously my drain still needs to be done when I get my tanks, so that's on hold. But, and all the drawers, they've got the self-close RV glides. They hold pretty good. I haven't had one open yet. And then the boxes are 5/8 birch, dovetail, super strong. But 3 of those. And then down here is a 50 amp service panel. It's got all my 120 and my DC. Pretty simple to hook up. It was perfect for this fit. I wanted to do a flush mount. Recessed it into the frame so it looked smooth look. But also 3-burner cooktop. Stainless steel right there. Let's see, get a little bit more light under here. Light there. There's also undercounting light right here. Same track system as above the beds. And that aluminum track. Also, I've got a cavity back here because I squared this wall off because the front was curved. I did a little medicine cabinet. More 12 volt and 120 power in case you need to plug any appliances in, coffee maker, blender, whatnot. So, also just more storage down here. Got my propane line running up to my cooktop back there. And then also down here this is just a kind of an emergency kind of thing. I made this little pop-up door. It's got a 12-foot quick connect for a big buddy heater, just in case for some reason my furnace stopped working and it's super cold. All you do is plug that in and hook that up. And just thinking ahead, and that just magnetic catch keeps it shut. Let's see. Oh, right here below the cooktop, got a nice little cutting board, which for me is more for looks and function on setting stuff there. I don't think I'd cut on it because I'd rather not ruin it, but it's there if you need it. And then up here, got the hood vent, more storage, plenty of storage. Same in there. Tried to build everything light, so I got the aluminum angle and then just a 1/4 inch drop in for my shelf. So strong and light, and it looks pretty cool, I think. So a soft close. Right here on my doors, I wanted to do something that was super durable and better than just the plywood on, it comes with the trailer. And this is the only door I've done so far. I still need to do the 2 rear doors, but it's just Formica skin. It's got a little bit of grain to it, kind of matches the white and silver metallic that I've got going on in here. So I don't have to worry about it washes right off. It's like working on a countertop. So you see on the ceiling, I used it's like a melamine. I'm not sure exactly what it really is. It's from Home Depot. It's only about 1/8 inch. It's melamine basically on masonite, and it's fairly light, but it's a clean look and it washes off easy. And I tried to hide all my screws, and I used some nice aluminum, 1/8 inch aluminum to hide all my joints. So it turned out pretty nice. But okay, pause. One of the things I put on the back here was just aluminum double sticky backsplash I picked up. I know Lowe's and Home Depot both have similar material, but they're different styles. This one I think I got from Lowe's. One thing too is I also noticed is the double sticky, I actually had run the wallpaper all through here, and then I built everything in front of it. And so when I went to put this on, it didn't adhere very well. So what I did was some of the pieces popped off, so I just pulled it off, put a little dab of silicone here and there, put them back up, and they haven't fallen down since. So that's something to keep in mind if you use this kind of material. So, and then also right here is talking about accessibility. Behind this panel is my my faucet for the shower, and I just wanted to be able to get to it if I had to change the faucet or whatnot if it was leaking, and that way I don't have to cut a big hole and worry about it. So I figured this got some double sticky Velcro, and it's on there good. So stainless steel sink. That's about it in here. I think we've covered most of it. So let's step back outside real quick and go from there. One of those things I was talking about was the LED track light here that I've got. Actually rope, the LED rope. And this is what runs down the side and then in the back, and it's I've got some pictures of it at night. It's super bright, but it works really well. Kind of just reflects off the side of the trailer and projects out, so lights it up really well at night in the dark when you're camping. But other than that, I think we've gone through most of it. I know I didn't go into super detail with a lot of things, but I'll be sure to make some extra videos on how to, and I've got tons of pictures of the process, and I'm sure there's going to be questions about the bed system and all of that. So I'll be sure to get back to anybody on that. If you got any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section and hit like and subscribe, and that way you guys get notifications when I post the next video and all that. So appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you later. Thanks.